Now, not many people can lay claim to being on our TV screens for 50 years, but Bob Warman, who was, of course, a regular here, and I mean like literally right here, until last year, is about to celebrate that milestone.
Yes, and he'll mark the occasion in front of a live audience with the help of a very good friend, the much-loved comedian Jasper Carrott. And we're delighted to say they are both with us. So Eric and Ernie, well, no, sorry, Bob.
Eric and Ernie, I like it, I like it.
Oh, it's really odd being on this side of the desk, if I may say.
Well, Steve and I said, actually, we'll just say to you, right, take it away, you've got 4 minutes. Tell the audience what's happening. Tell us about this fabulous show.
OK, we're celebrating Bob's 50 years in TV with a show at the Birmingham Rep on May the 9th. And essentially what we're trying to do is a bit of a This Is Your Life with, with all the people that Bob's interviewed and his history, with a lot of entertainment, And I can't tell you who's coming on because we don't want to split the audience. If I said Justin Bieber was coming on, you'd have 900 people from California and they wouldn't know who he was. So we've got all our great mates that we've known over the years, well represented with comedy, music, and lots of other things. And it's going to be a Brummy night out. Brilliant. That's essentially what it is, and it's to say thanks for all that he's done, and we're going to enjoy looking back at his life more than he will.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, while we're talking about looking back at your life, before you chip in, Bob, we've got to dig out the old archive again. We love to embarrass you like this.
Is enough of it?
50 years. This is 48 years ago. It's one of the earliest clips we could find. Should we just see how Bob looked a little while ago? This is...
Look at that, Bob.
I think it's champagne.
Oh, yes, so it is.
It's a big old magnum, that one.
That takes some drinking.
Well, who's going
Wow.
to join me in a glass of champagne?
Those were the days when the champagne used to flow in the TV world, Bob, eh?
Oh, didn't it just, yeah.
But, I mean, it's going to be really hard, I suppose, in some sense, because Bob's used to doing the interviewing, and now you're going to be the interviewed, Bob. And we know...
Yes, we
it's
know.
easier
Yes,
asking the questions.
We don't really like answering them. But look, I'm really grateful to this man because, well, for years I've been supporting a couple of charities, and you do your little bit here and there. This is an opportunity to have a really good blast and to raise, hopefully, a lot of money in one fair swoop. And
For the deserve. I mean, I'm his carer. I have to, get his water bottle ready and his porridge. And
How have you both been? Because you both look well.
Oh, yeah.
So retirement clearly suits you.
I recommend it to everybody.
I mean, the thing is, my audience these days are brilliant because they can't remember anything that I used to do 5 years ago. So I just keep doing the same show and they go, blimey, he's written all new material for this show. We're having the time of our lives, really and truthfully. And we're both very fortunate in we have our health.
Yes.
And we have a very close friendship that goes back many, many years.
Well, we go back to the very first Central News.
Wow. So
Yes, Jasper helped launch that very night.
we can't go back that far, but we've got a clip from 2006, a bit more recent, and this is you, Bob, interviewing Jasper the other way around.
Let's have a look.
Lord. You know that it's not far away from Christmas when Jasper Carrott hoves into sight and joins us in the studio. What you got for us this time?
Always ahead of the game, Robert, always ahead of the game. Jasper Carrott's Rock with Laughter at the NEC in Birmingham, December the 20th through to the 23rd.
You still ahead of the game, Jasper?
What game?
Do you remember?
Where are we?
Well, when was that?
2006. Yeah.
Well,
nearly
the
20 years
format for that show is very much going to be the format for May the 9th. In just looking back, and all the guests will be surprise.
Okay.
Hopefully, unless we can't sell tickets, then we'll have to tell everybody who's coming. But I would imagine this is going to be in real demand. I know that because so many people want to say thank you, and so many people want to see their Brummagem favourites.
And a chance to see you, Jasper, because I grew up, we've had this conversation before, because a proper hero of mine, Jasper Carrott, but I grew up and absolutely loved you. I remember, I can't say the joke, it's a bit rude, but all the kids in the playground, the day after this particular show went out, we were all saying it, in the days when you get those huge audiences on TV. And
Naughty word it was.
Yeah, naughty word.
Naughty word.
And you're not going to retire, are you, Jasper?
No, I'm doing some shows starting 1st of April. There's not many in the Midlands, but I'm doing Northampton and Swindon. Does Swindon come? Oh, and Stafford. doing stuff. They're just sort of simple shows, and as I say, I'll be trying new material out. These days, I don't have to worry too much about selling stuff out, because people come along and they want a good time and they love nostalgia, and that's what I'm giving them.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. But we've got to get the weather. Do you remember this? We've got to get the weather. But we'll come back.
The rep.
Yes, we'll come back.
Mention that in just a second. Right,
It's
now,
the weather.
It's Des with the weather.
ITV Central Weather is sponsored by Octopus Electric Vehicles. Car, charger and energy.
So when it came to today's weather story, yes, it was a touch on the cloudy side. A couple of breaks came through, but we did see those pesky showers sweeping in from the northeast. Now, a couple of photos to show you. As always, this first one's been sent in by Alan all the way from Worcester. The first sheriff of Worcester oversaw the building of the very first cathedral. It's not there anymore. The cathedral that's there now was actually built in 1068. And this next picture, as you can see, has been sent in by Dirk. Beautiful daffodils there. In fact, I thought I'd look at some stats. Today's the 1st of March, of course, St. David's Day. So how warm was it, or what's the warmest temperature it's ever been? All the way back in 1948, 16 degrees, and I'm sure we can remember 5 years ago, 2018, -9. Something else when it comes to February as well, it's been the 4th warmest on record and the driest since 1993. We continue with that dry theme as we push into the next couple of days. You may just see a couple of isolated showers, but it's dry because this high pressure has been dominating. It moves towards the northwest, allowing this cold front to pull through. On top of that, we are pulling cold air directly from the Arctic, so temperatures are really going to tumble by the time we get to the early part of next week. So heading into tonight, again, it's a fairly cloudy. Just before we wake up, the clouds are going to break, and that means that you may just see some mist when you wake up tomorrow morning, maybe some grass frost, but it is a dry night, but it does bode well for tomorrow. It's a beautiful day, plenty in the way of blue sky, bright sky, sunshine, clouding over once we get into the afternoon. Temperatures maxing out at around 9 degrees. As we push forward into the days after that, it remains relatively dry.
ITV Central Weather is sponsored by Octopus Electric Vehicles.
Mayhem's about to break loose in this studio, but before all of that, Bob, you were telling us about the show. When is it?
Well, before I was interrupted by Des, and not for the first time, of course. The show, for one night only, is on Tuesday, May the 9th, at the Birmingham Rep.
OK, and that's with special guests, Jasper.
We're not saying who's coming,
yeah.
but it will be a riotous night, full of memories, full of really good entertainment, comedians, singers, maybe even the odd poet. But it will really be a night to remember, and it's for charity, so you can't fail.
You can't fail. And Des, what's it like when the two legends back in the studio?
It's awesome. There's nothing like television, but what's even better is a selfie.
Here we go.
Let's grab on this one. Here we go. Can we get it? Oh, it's not going to turn. Yes, it is. There we go.
Oh, we got there just in the end.
It's £1. Des.
Brilliant to have you. That's it. That is it, the ITV Evening News Next. From all of us, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.